Hey everybody, it's your friend and your guy and your favorite creator who needs to start chewing gum, among other things, Gardiner. Well, who leaves a comment like that? So, LTT just came out with the Ultimate Steam Deck video. I'm actually really looking forward to watching this with you guys. Leave a comment and let me know if there's other Steam Deck videos you want me to react to, because I really actually love doing these kind of videos. They're super fun. But without further ado, let's actually jump into this video and see what the Ultimate Steam Deck looks like, according to Linus Sebastian of LinusTechTips.
Beneath this protective shroud is the world's ultimate, the greatest Steam Deck. Or at least it will be. By the time we're done, we will have replaced the inherently flawed analog sticks with Hall effect sticks.
All right, wait a minute. The inherently flawed sticks? What's wrong with the thumbsticks? I feel like I'm completely in the dark about that. I mean, I have my Steam Deck here, and I have nothing but nice things to say about the analog sticks. They feel good compared to like most of the first party controllers that I've used recently. I don't know what's going on with that. That's funky.
We will have added tempered glass protection to the screen. We will have upgraded
Also, it's looking a little beat up. What happened?
both the cooling and the battery, allowing us to run faster, longer, and quieter. And we will have upgraded it to a staggering 3 terabytes of storage. That's without violating Valve's guidance on aftermarket SSD upgrades. Probably the
really interesting, because Valve's guidance for SSD upgrades was pretty simple. Nothing bigger than 2230 M2. So 3 terabyte 2230 SSDs, that'll be interesting to see how they achieve that. I'm guessing it's going to be external.
Biggest change though is to the protection. This video is brought to you by Bryant, who is showing off their Kill Switch Steam Deck Protector. It's both a carrying case / grip, complete with kickstand, and a protective cover, so you can huck your Steam Deck into your bag, preferably one from LTTstore.com, and you're off to the races.
Nice. I'm honestly a huge fan of the premium 512 gig version of the carrying case, although that does look rather smaller than the full carrying case. So I'm interested to see how that all comes together. A size comparison between the kill switch case and the carrying case would be interesting. And Bryant, if you want to send me a kill switch case, I'd love to review it.
What qualifies a Steam Deck as the ultimate Steam Deck? Well, there's kind of 2 routes that you can go down. Come over here, Brandon. One route is the ultimate dock station. I don't really like that because kind of the logical extreme of that is this is the ultimate Steam Deck, and it's just a gaming computer.
Yeah, they have a point. Docking a Steam Deck is just, I don't get it. I mean, yes, it's cool that you can do it, and yes, it becomes a nice Linux-powered desktop. But I mean, it is just a desktop. So at that point, so like once you've docked it, it's kind of a weak sauce gaming PC. I think the real compelling use case for the Steam Deck is actually having it be portable in your hands, gaming at 800p. Like that's like where it makes the most sense.
The first thing we're going to do then is upgrade the storage. A really easy way to upgrade it is a 1 terabyte SD card.
And I will point out that they are recommending the same SD card that I have recommended since I started doing the recommendations. And if you want to pick up that same SD card, there's a link in the description.
Which is why we have this right here. It's only 30 millimeters long, but inside of this is 2 terabytes of storage.
Wow, okay. All right, so they have a 2 terabyte 2230 SSD and they have a 1 terabyte SD card. That checks out. I have the 512 model. I have no intention of opening it up and replacing the SSD in it. Maybe not for a couple years if I ever run out of space on it. But yeah, and I have the 1 terabyte A2 SanDisk card, and that thing works sick. It's super nice. I love it.
It's an engineering sample from Micron.
Oh,
They're not totally sure that it's going to work in the Steam Deck. They sent it over to us and we're just like, hey guys, can you test if this works? If it does, we'll go and sell it to people. You can even see like the little connector here for debugging.
Oh, interesting.
To make opening up our Steam Deck a little bit easier, we have this 3D print right here. It's from Ma Strong Bad Ma.
Oh, Strong Bad. Yes, I did. I made a 3D printable jig that I put for these guys to use. They emailed me and they said, "Hey, Strongbad, do you mind if we use your 3D printed Steam Deck jig?" And I said, "Absolutely, as long as you pay me like at least $5 or maybe a pizza." And I said my name wrong. It's my Strongbad Ma.
Now, there have been modifications to put a 45mm drive into the Steam Deck, but that causes quite a few issues.
Yeah, overheating, not letting the VRMs cool, or the charging circuit in this case cool. Yeah, that's bad news. You don't want to do that.
Once the SSD is installed, it's very simple to get SteamOS back onto here.
Part of me wishes that the SteamOS was actually not on the SSD, but was actually on like an internal like 10 gigabyte drive, like just soldered to the motherboard. And that probably is controversial for me to say, but like it would be cool if you could. I mean, I know they didn't intend for the SSD to be upgraded, but it would be cool to have it so that, you know, if you upgrade your SSD in the future, then it doesn't end up erasing or losing the OS that's installed on it. It would be cool if it was like an internal thing.
Now, why would you want to replace this joystick? As you move it around, a wiper is on a resistive layer, and that's what gives you the output. I've got one right here. This right here is the resistive layer, and as you turn it, the amount of resistance changes. These joysticks from GhouliKit work a little bit different. They have a magnet, and as the magnet moves, the electromagnetic field changes, and then that gives you your output.
That's pretty interesting, but like, unless my thumbsticks fail, I don't see a reason to change them. And, you know, and if they do fail, then I will upgrade to that, you know, to these Hall Effects versions, because that is actually pretty cool, not having to have a dead zone and all that stuff. And the fact that it's like Steam input would probably support configuring that and using that. I think that's pretty awesome. But like I said, I mean, I just like, there's no point in upgrading it unless they fail. Am I wrong about that? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I would really like to hear your thoughts on this one. But I will say that it is incredibly cool that there are third-party aftermarket components that are built to the exact same specifications of the modular boards in the Steam Deck. That is really cool to see, and it gets you super excited, because that means that at some point in the future, other upgrade kits can happen. Maybe new trackpads that have better haptics to them, because they are a bit weak compared, especially when you compare it to like the Steam controller haptics. Yeah, that's super, super, super nifty. I really, really love that.
Factory joysticks would have had a calibration in them so that, you know, from the factory, you don't have joystick drift. In order to change that, we need to first turn it on with the back off, and then press this tiny little button that's right there. Once we do that, it should all be fine. We'll verify that later though.
That's so cool. I didn't know that there was a little button in there that you can press.
The next thing we need to do is add an external fan. Now, if you haven't watched it already, you should definitely watch the video where me and Linus made this Steam Deck cooler. But the problem is that we thought that it would just cool everything passively, but after about half an hour of gameplay or so, it ends up just getting to the same temperature, and this thing is scalding hot. We decided that the best course of action is to just say, F it, and not make it removable. Goodbye. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Look at how small those wires are. Like, that's my fingernail compared to it. Well, that's the point of no return right here. There it is. Unsurprisingly, we don't have wire strippers that are this small. I don't really trust myself to just like take a flush cutter and get that off. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you, commenters, for saying how great my soldering job was. Hey. We did it! Yay!
I'm not kidding. I thought that was like a little bit of an electrical short with that party favor sound. Startled me just a little bit.
And I believe we are good with the internals of the Steam Deck. To protect our Steam Deck, we're going to be using the D brand kill switch.
But they're gonna have
only
to
one
modify
problem. We added a heatsink. I just had a brilliant idea though for how we can cut a nice hole in the back. Watch this, Brandon. Perfect. Now we know just where to cut.
Heck yeah, that's actually pretty smart. Again, if D-Brand wants to send me their kill switch, I would be more than happy to check it out.
Oh, this is amazing. So it's built into it now.
Yeah,
This is gonna be my Steam Deck now, right?
sure, if you want it. You see these things?
Yeah, the kickstand thing.
Yeah, these right here, because they're prototypes, are just hand assembled, which means this pin comes out super easily. Do you know it fits pretty well in this spot?
A battery.
You know what you can always do?
Oh my God, are we talking about this again?
Yes, it's so good. Look at this. It's just over 9 pounds. You can stash it in your backpack because it's a well-made backpack, you know, it's not too heavy when you have it on like this. Over 10 hours of battery life. This is the best.
I love it, but it's stupid.
You know, one of the complaints that I've seen a lot of people levy against the Steam Deck is its battery life. But I can tell you that, you know, if you're traveling like on a plane, most planes nowadays have a charging, like a receptacle right there in front of you on the seat in front of you, and you can just charge like that. And, you know, if you're playing at home, which is where I play my Steam Deck the most, you know, you play off battery for 2 hours, and then, you know, it says, hey, by the way, battery's about to die. You just plug it in. And if I'm being totally honest, I don't play games that much. Like, I don't play games for 3 or 4 or 5 hours at a time. I like pick up my Steam Deck when I have a moment and I play it, you know? So it's like, most of the time the battery's charged, you know, like right now, I've had my Steam Deck sitting on my desk for like 2 days. And I can tell you, I'm at, not even kidding, 69%. Nice. So, and this says I've got 3 hours left. And so, I mean, the battery life is not that bad, especially if you're playing like smaller indie titles. I think I've gotten like 4 or 5 hours out of my Steam Deck when playing like Spelunky or Spelunky 2. Those little kind of roguelike games are actually really great for the Steam Deck. When the fan doesn't even need to turn on, you're getting like maximum battery life. When you're playing a more intense title though, that's when you're going to run into like a 2-hour battery life. To be honest, if you watched my channel way back in the day when I did like video game reviews, you'll know that my type of game are the small 2D indie games. That's what I really like. So I don't know. The Steam Deck is perfect for me. I guess that's the moral of this story.
I do have to wonder about our total weight now that we've added all of this extra cooling and
There goes
battery.
the
Oh! I mean, given the magnet was designed to hold on a little piece of plastic, not a battery bank, I guess that makes sense.
Classic LTT right there. Jeez.
Does this just feel deluxe or what?
I just imagine that feeling incredibly off balance with the heatsink on the right side and the battery bank in the middle. I just I bet it feels like it's falling forward and to the right. So if I'm holding my Steam Deck like this, I feel like it's probably going like this. It wants to fall that way. And the Steam Deck is not particularly light stock from the factory. I've gotten like hand cramps when I'm laying on the sofa playing the Steam Deck over my head like this. It's not, I mean, it's ergonomic, but it's heavy. Adding all of that extra, is that aluminum, and adding that battery to the back, yikes a mungo. That's probably really heavy.
Hey, there we go. Nice. Oh man, that looks so clean. I love it.
I could probably go with that power bank, having the power bank on the back of my deck, but I would not want to have a heatsink like that sticking out of the back of my deck. I mean, and the fact I don't know which direction it's blowing, but if it's blowing towards your fingers, that would just be uncomfortable. If it's pulling air across your fingers, I feel like that would be uncomfortable too. I wouldn't want that on the back of my deck. There's a reason the exhaust goes up from the top. It's to keep the heat away from your hands.
I really want to see what the weight difference is.
Oh yeah, that's
So this is a normal one.
677. Whoa! 1.1 kilos.
Holy
So we added
cow.
about, what, like half a kilogram?
Yeah,
Whole
over 400
pound.
grams. We are hitting over 2 gigahertz on every CPU core right now, while gaming with our CPU at 46% usage. This is butter smooth. I'm running Doom Eternal at medium at native resolution, and we're getting 60 FPS, freaking locked.
They need to actually like do a Digital Foundry and actually test this now to see what, if they can actually achieve like 1080p at 60 locked. How far can they push the Steam Deck and Doom Eternal with the mods that they're doing? With results like that, I'm starting to question if I need that or not.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna get a little hotter. We know this already, but our CPU and GPU are both 50 to 55 degrees right now.
Wow.
That is like nothing.
Oh yeah, if this fan is not turning, that fan's not turning.
Wait, have we been gaming all this time completely fanlessly?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Well, that was interesting. I really want to know what everybody thinks about this. Like I said, I'm starting to rethink my skepticism of the of the heatsink, but I do feel like it would really throw off the balance of the deck. I mean, it's a perfectly balanced device. When you're holding it in your hands, it doesn't. It feels like it's meant for your hands. It just hangs out there in your hands. I love how it feels, and to add that much aluminum to my deck, it's like, ugh, it's unbalanced. But if they can play totally passively on the Steam Deck with Doom Eternal running at 2 gigahertz on every core, I mean, that is pretty awesome. So let me know what you think down in the comments, because is that something that we should try here at Heavy Element? Should we try passively cooling our Steam Deck? I am considering maybe doing that. I have 2 Steam Decks here. Maybe one should be set up to do that. Let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. I think that's going to do it for now, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you like that smash button and subscribe to the channel so that you stay up to date with all the cool stuff that we're doing here. I hope that you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.